This is the Funhang Electric Bike, the PEAK 1000W e-bike, a 25 miles per hour mountain bike designed for adventure, commute, and any kind of trail fun you may want to explore. When you look at it, you immediately notice its 26-inch fat tires, giving the bike a strong, sturdy stance. The frame itself has a sleek modern design with a glossy blue finish that feels durable and attractive. From my experience, this bike is one of those do-it-all types, something you can rely on for gravel trails, quick commutes, or even sandy beach rides. So about my personal story with this, let me start by saying that I've always loved outdoor adventures and fishing trips. Over time, I've used an old bike and even owned a couple of scooters, but those eventually gave up on me. I needed something more powerful yet flexible, a bike that could handle rugged trails yet also perform long distances. That's where the Funhang Electric Bike enters the picture. The fat tires are what initially caught my attention. They offer phenomenal stability and grip, especially when you're riding through gravel-filled or uneven paths. If you've ever been on divot-riddled trails that turn muddy after rain, you'll know what I mean. These tires just roll over obstacles with ease, making the ride smooth. What's really awesome about the Funhang is the combination of power and comfort. Its 1000-watt peak motor is a beast. It powers up steep hills effortlessly. I've tested it on some challenging inclines, and it managed to cruise uphill at around 15 miles per hour, which is pretty impressive for an e-bike. It doesn't even require much pedal effort if you don't want to. There's this throttle system that allows you to twist and accelerate like you would on a motorbike. It feels intuitive and eliminates the strain of pedaling like a regular bike would on tough terrains. But let's talk about its battery for a moment. The 48-volt 13Ah removable battery is something I've come to deeply appreciate. It's rated for a range of about 55 to 60 miles with pedal assist, depending on how you ride. For me, this is perfect because I generally ride for hours, go fishing at a state park, spend the day outdoors, and then ride back. One thing I love about the battery is the convenience. It's removable and lockable, so not only can you charge it pretty much anywhere, but it's also secure if you leave your bike parked. In pure electric mode, you're looking at a range of about 28 to 30 miles, which is more than enough for urban commutes. Charging the battery takes around 6.5 hours, and honestly, I don't mind leaving it on overnight to repower. Another fantastic feature is the lighting system. It comes with a headlight, taillight, and even turn signals, which I find super practical, especially for late evening or early morning rides. The headlight is surprisingly bright, and the turn signal is a small but thoughtful touch. It gives me peace of mind knowing other people, especially drivers, can anticipate my movements on the road. The front suspension is lockable, which means you can choose to have a more rigid ride for smoother paths, or unlock it for greater shock absorption on bumpy trails. Personally, I keep it in the locked position because I'm accustomed to a slightly firmer feel, but having that flexibility adds value. I did feel the seat could have been a little more comfortable for longer rides though. It's not bad by any means, but if you plan to spend hours on it, swapping it out for something more cushioned might be worth considering. When it came out of the box, I'd say this bike was about 85% pre-assembled. It took me around 30 minutes to put together, which isn't bad. You mainly need to put on the pedals, handlebar, and front wheel. It even included a toolkit, which was a nice surprise. Everything you'd need, except maybe a tire patch kit. Setting it up might feel a little tricky for beginners, but there's a manual and video guide to help. The LCD display gives you all the essentials like speed, battery life, and the pedal assist level, but under really bright sunlight, it's a bit harder to read. This isn't a deal breaker for me, but it's worth mentioning. Pedal assist has 5 levels to pick from, depending on how much help you want. Level 1 gives a slight nudge while riding, and level 5 will zoom you ahead with almost no effort at all. I usually stick to level 2 or 3 to get a balance between a workout and ease of riding. One standout feature is the rear rack. It's sturdy and can carry gear like fishing equipment or groceries. Personally, I plan to attach a milk crate to it with a PVC tube to hold my fishing rod. It should make those weekend fishing trips even more convenient. For someone who enjoys outdoor adventures or needs a solid bike for carrying supplies, this rear rack is a practical inclusion. The stopping power is reliable thanks to the dual disc brakes. Even on downhill stretches, it feels controlled and safe, which is crucial when you're dealing with a bike of this weight. It's about 68 pounds. Speaking of weight, that's probably one of the few downsides. It's not the easiest bike to drag around when you aren't on it, especially if you're going upstairs or lifting it onto a vehicle. That said, Its solid build and fat tires mean it's built to withstand tough conditions, so the trade-off might be worth it. You can ride this bike in different modes. You've got the throttle-only mode, pedal assist, or just treat it like a regular bike if you turn off all the electronics. It's nice having that kind of versatility. If I'm going through a park, I usually start on throttle mode, then switch to pedaling when I feel like a bit of exercise. Another thing to note is that the 7-speed gear system is smooth and perfectly adequate for city streets and trails alike. In my opinion, the Funhang electric bike is perfect for those who want a robust, reliable ride without breaking the bank. It's built for both seasoned riders and beginners who are venturing into the electric bike scene. From my experience, this bike blends practicality, power, and comfort without overcomplicating things. I'd recommend this for anyone who enjoys outdoor activities, needs a reliable commuting option, or wants something to make their fishing trips a whole lot easier. In conclusion, the Funhang electric bike is a fantastic investment for riders who value quality, usability, and adaptability. Sure, it has a couple of minor drawbacks like its weight and seat comfort, but those are easily outweighed by the sheer convenience and capability it offers. I'm genuinely excited to use this bike on more trips, and I know it's going to hold up well over time. If you've got questions or thoughts about the Funhang electric bike, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more reviews and content. Thank you for watching.